Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, family? Hope all is well. Touching bases with y'all. I got a question. I'm talking to my Moors out there. And the Hebrew Moors, Kemetic Moors, the Aboriginal Autochthonous, Paleo-American Moors, pretty much L's and Bays. L's and Bays. Days, Al's, and Ali's. My question is, what do titles of nobility really mean? When we actually say that we carry noble titles, what that actually means. You know, if you look and actually not so much as take into account what a person's appellation, what they may tell you that their appellation is, but you actually study their nature and their actions, their character, you know, are they even befitting a title of such? You know, there's an old saying that says, watch your thoughts, because your thoughts become your words become your actions becomes your deeds become your character, and your character ultimately becomes your destiny. So destiny means that, in the sense of karma, in the scales of Ma'at, you reap what you sow. The universe doesn't bestow anything wicked upon you if you did not reap it. If you did not sow it, excuse me. If you sowed it, then you shall reap. This is in the scriptures. This is a universal law of nature. So my question is, what does it mean actually when we wear titles of nobility? You know, when we look at these ancient titles that we may carry, you know, there's a certain type of character that goes with it. This is not just something that you put on the end of your appellation, you know, to give people, you know, a notice of who you are as it pertains to the land. No, there's a character that actually comes with it. And so when you are not in accordance with your character, well then, that's befitting that is befitting of that title. Then Noble Drew Ali said, you know, basically, remove your title of nobility, take off your fears, and return to the state of which I found you, which we all know that state. You know, Negro, dead. So a lot of people, man, really have this thing messed up, you know, in regards to they're putting on these titles, but they still have, you know, a dead state of mind. They still doing the things that they was doing when they was in a Negro state of mind. In other words, they haven't been raised to a living perpendicular. They still in a dead horizontal. They actually don't know what it means to be a Moor, or to actually be Paleo-American, Autochthonous, Aborigine. There are certain honors, codes, characters, and principles that goes with those things. And I see this displayed time and time and time again. I remember one day, Bobby Hemmett, which I got the chance to meet back in 2006, the fall of 2006, sat at his house, man, and we master built for some hours, man. Brilliant elder. Bobby Hemmett said that he was telling a story in one of his videos about Imhotep. And we all know who Imhotep was, the genius, pyramids, medicine, you name it. He was brilliant in a lot of things. Imhotep had saw a vision one day, and he cried. And according to Bobby Hemmett, the vision that Imhotep saw was the Tamarians, the Comedians of the West, which is in Amenti here in America, going into bondage. And Imhotep had actually cried, and he asked the Neter what could be done to stop this thing. The Neter said that it has to be fulfilled. And he asked, will they ever come out of bondage? The Neteru had answered, they said, until Ma'at is restored to the land, is restored back to the land, then their condition will continue. So what does that mean? What that means is that you cannot blame the European, Caucasian, the so-called Yobo, or whatever you want to call them, for your condition, the condition that our people are in. Ultimately, you are the one that's responsible for your own condition. And the reason being is because of how you treat your brother or how you treat your sister. You set the chain of events into effect in the cosmos to where Ma'at always balances the scale. She will always balance the scale. That is a universal principle of law. There is no debt in the universe which is left unpaid. So, I just want y'all to think about that. Think about that. Hey, Callie, how you doing? You want to see? Say hi to the people. Say hi. Look. So, I just want y'all to think about that. You know, do you, get down. Do you want for your brother or your sister that which you want for yourself? And if not, then apparently the titles of nobility attached to your appellation, are not befitting of you. You should return to the state of which Noble Drew Ali said that he found you. Because this movement is a divine national movement. This is a holy covenant. This land in and of itself is part of a holy covenant. If you don't know the laws which I've given to you, Deuteronomy, the second law, 19:14, 27:17, Proverbs 22:28, and Proverbs 23:10, this land is sovereign. This is Yah's, Yahweh Oludumare Amen, Allah's land. And therefore, the laws of Yahweh Oludumare Amen, Allah are the chief principle law, which are the cosmic universal laws. And when you don't abide by them upon the land that's been given to us, whether we are the Paleo-American autochthonous Aborigines from being the first ones here on the land, to the Moors of the various empires, the Kemetic, Canaanite, Phoenician, Carthaginian, Punic, Iberian, Al-Moroccan Empire, you're still bound by natural law. So when you don't go along with the principles of natural law, then you can expect things to happen to you. And not only that, those around you, because ultimately you are the source of your happiness and your misery. And if it's at the expense of your brother or your sister, then be prepared. You have no one to blame for the karma that you'll reap for yourself, because you sold it. So with that, I want y'all to understand that putting El Bay is a cosmic responsibility that some of you might not be able to bear upon your shoulders, because you're making a covenant that you're agreeing to the laws that your ancestors were held bound by. So think about that. Peace and love. Ashe.